आज हम देखने वाले हैं ऐसे इन्वेंशंस जो हमारे घर के कामों को आसान बनाने वाले हैं।
Nice.
आपने कभी घर में कपड़े धो के सुखाए?
ये हमारी प्रॉब्लम है और बहुत लोगों की प्रॉब्लम है।
Incredible respect for all mothers now that I've become a father.
Why did the banana go to the doctor? Because he wasn't feeling well.
Oh my God.
The innovators have undergone this problem themselves.
It's straightforward and simple, and all of those are super exciting.
And the winner is...
The Inventor Challenge, a Colors Infinity original, is on the search for India's best everyday inventors. After going through thousands of inventors from across the country, we bring 4 inventors in every episode to Mumbai to present their ideas to our esteemed panel. The panel will then decide which 2 are the best and send them to our labs so they can build them out. The finished products will then be judged by everyday people. They will then decide which invention gets the cash prize of 10 lakh rupees. My name is Ahana Kumra and this is the Inventor Challenge. We get so used to doing things one way that we never realize that there could be a better way to do the same thing, especially at home. I don't want to figure out कि बारिश के टाइम में कपड़े ड्राई कैसे करूं. I just want to have a chai and take a nap. घर के काम को लेकर स्ट्रेस थोड़ी होना चाहिए. घर is to relax. Well, that's where our inventors come in. Because आज हम देखने वाले हैं कि ऐसे inventions जो हमारे घर के कामों को आसान बनाने वाले हैं. But before we see how our lives could change forever, let me introduce you to our panel.
My name is Dhruv Madhok and I'm the co-founder of Arata.
In 3.5 years, we've made a 100 crore company.
With so much competition, your idea needs to be unique. I want to see whose idea stands out.
My name is Malini Agarwal, but you might know me as Miss Malini. Miss Malini's content is consumed by over 40 million people a month from across the globe. I know the stories the world is eager to hear. Will yours be one of them?
Hi, I'm Sarovar Zaidi. I've been in the field of social anthropology, architecture and design for 10 years. I'm here to see if you and your designs are impressive.
I'm Dhruv Bhasin, co-founder at Arata. I'm constantly on the lookout for how to make people's lives better. I want to see who has the same drive as me.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
Let's do
let's
it.
bring them out.
Cooking has to be the most fun activity with so many mundane tasks. 19-year-old Chinmay thinks there's a better way to do at least one of them. Let's see what he has come up with.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Chinmay.
Hi. Chinmay, we're matching today.
Except Chinmay looks cool.
I know.
तो चिन्मय बताओ कहाँ से आए हो आप?
I've come from Pune.
और आप क्या पढ़ रहे हैं अभी?
I am studying engineering in the first year.
That's awesome.
Now you're standing on the stage. What does it feel like?
A little bit nervous because this is my first time on camera.
All right.
But it's fine. It's great.
Congratulations कि आप यहाँ तक आए हो, and we are very excited to hear your pitch.
Please tell us a little bit about your invention.
My mother is a diet enthusiast and she's always trying out new diets. And so recently she introduced this diet where everyone has to eat a salad in every meal, which is a great idea. But she's the one who has to peel 1 carrot and 1 cucumber for every person, for every meal. So I thought to myself that I'm an engineer, so there must be some way to solve this problem. That's why I decided to redesign the vegetable peeler.
Oh, wow.
My design looks like a magnifying glass. And this magnifying glass has blades on the inside of the frame. These blades point towards the center of that circle, and these blades are attached to the frame with springs, and these springs help the blades adjust to any size of the vegetable. For example, if you have a long vegetable like a carrot or a cucumber or bottle gourd, then simply pass it through the peeler and in one stroke you can peel it. And if it is a round vegetable or a fruit like a pear or apple or orange, then all you need to do is push the fruit towards the frame into the blades and rotate it with your hand, and the blades again will adjust to it, and in a circular way the entire thing will be peeled. We know that peeling can take around half a minute or 45 seconds, but with my invention you can do it in few seconds.
How does one use this? So are you meant to hold the peeler with one hand,
Yeah.
push the vegetable with the other? How do you modify the pressure, or are you meant to place the vegetable on the surface and then push it down?
As of now, it's just the circular frame has a handle, and you hold the vegetable with one hand, and with the other hand, you give it a stroke.
I see.
Yeah.
There's an idea of habit when you're doing into user interface. And this is a completely, I know it solves a problem, but habit is also something we have to all think of. In everybody's houses, by the way, in India, we all have gadgets that we have bought, which we have not used. We go back to our default.
Yeah.
Very true.
So have you thought about that?
Yeah, I think that people who live at homes and in cities, they might be quick to adjust to this new type of peeler. And the difference between 15 seconds and 5 seconds is also significant. So I think that it will be useful.
So I've done a lot of peeling, cleaning, cutting, cooking in my life as a student. So this interests me a lot. The question is, would there be wastage on certain vegetables?
So actually the plan is that I can make adjustable springs in such a way that I can change their strength. So you can set it to a hard or soft setting.
Got it.
I have to say, I'm very clumsy. So I'm a little worried about when you said that I put an apple through and I push it through. What is the danger to me chopping off all my fingers?
The blades that I've designed are, they are in flush with the frame, and they're only open from one side. So the danger to your fingers is very less.
Adok, I have a question for you though.
Yeah.
Okay. Why did the banana go to the doctor?
Because he was feeling a kela?
Because he wasn't peeling well. Oh.
Oh my God.
Nice.
I have to.
You don't have to laugh at their jokes.
I have to. Malini, that was great.
Finally.
I thought Ahana's coming to save Chinmay from all these bad
No,
jokes.
I'm not. In fact, I'm going to ruin it by putting another one on him. But this was such an appealing idea.
Oh, yes.
I like it.
But listen, what about onions? Like, can this peel an onion? And then will it stop my tears?
No, that's not
Great.
So if you have to chop onions, call him and say, please come and
Have
peel
no
onions.
fears, no tears. Let's go backstage.
See you, dears.
Bye.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Coming up next is 14-year-old Prisha, who is trying to make saving the environment cool.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, welcome to the Inventor Challenge.
Thank you.
What's your name?
I'm Prisha Patel.
Prisha. Okay,
Yeah.
don't feel the pressure, okay?
Because we appreciate your
We
efforts.
really
Please
appreciate it.
ignore their puns. This
Yes.
is just what they do on this show. What do you want to do in your life? What do you want to be when you grow up? An inventor or something else?
So I'm not sure at all right now.
That's awesome. Don't be sure. Go with the flow.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about your invention?
Sure. Okay. So let me start with where it all began. I'm sure all have all heard of experienced Mumbai heat, right?
Yes.
So I was sitting in my room and it was very hot. So I asked my mom, can you please switch on the AC? And she's like, it's on. I was so surprised. Just then, I was to create a project using STEM to help the environment. And I decided I would look into how I can increase the AC's efficiency while decreasing the load on the environment. Because ACs consume the most electricity out of all the appliances in our houses. I started doing research and I came to know that ACs are generally made to work with outside temperatures being 37 degrees Celsius or less. So when it's very hot outside, the AC takes a lot more time and has to work very hard to cool the room inside. Also, I came to know that by just keeping the outdoor unit of the AC cool, the AC's efficiency can be increased.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the outdoor unit is very hot because of the hot air it throws out. You can keep the outdoor unit cool by keeping plants near it or sprinkling water. But I don't think you go to do that every day. So those are not practical or sustainable options. That's what led to the invention of Acqua Cool. So basically, the project looks like it's 2 frames of aluminium. In between them, there are 50 or so cones made of clay, and the hot air coming out of the ODU passes through the clay cones. And so because of evaporative cooling and the shape of the cones, the hot air gets compressed and cools down. Thus, it makes a system that is simple and does not need no extra process. I believe that in a world where there are more than 1.5 billion AC units, this is a simple, cost-effective and eco-friendly way of keeping the electricity bill low, increasing the AC's efficiency and decreasing the load of environment. I would love to have your expertise in making this project more modular, usable, easier to install in residential and commercial buildings. Thank you.
Got it.
Thanks.
Excellent.
Amazing.
Wonderful presentation.
Thank you.
By how many degrees are you proposing that the temperature would drop?
So the temperature is dropping by 5 to 7 degrees Celsius in just the first 10 minutes of starting the AC.
That's a lot.
Is the cone material, is it durable? Like, will clay in the heat, will it crack, dry, break? Would it have to be replaced?
So it is very durable because we use it everywhere, like earthen pots, matkas. And even if one breaks, it won't matter a lot because there are 49 others that will help with the
Got it.
cooling.
So, you envision selling this as like a attachment that people buy separately, or do you think that you want to take it to actually AC manufacturers?
Definitely like an attachment at the beginning,
Yeah.
and then for bulk.
Work with the manufacturers.
See, you develop this for, in a sense, in the context of Mumbai, okay, which has kind of moist heat, right? In cities like Delhi, the heat is like 47 degrees and it's dry heat. So something like an earthen clay pot you'll put outside, the amount of water that is being collected will be too less. It will dry out too fast,
Okay.
So, yeah.
So yes, that's definitely one thing I want to work on. There can be like a flush system that can be placed on top of it, of recycled water or water from ROs, because a lot of water goes waste there too.
Good point.
So if we can make that attachment on top of it, then whenever the AC is switched on, that can also switch on and start dripping water.
Also, you should know you've done an amazing job. The reason we're asking you so many
Thank
questions is because that's how interesting we find your idea. This could potentially have legs. I think we just have to figure out how it's going to match up to the rest of the ideas for the lab stage.
Ahana.
What am I missing?
Ahana na banao bahana.
Aha, please, yeah. I lived
That's
through
been
that
done.
throughout my
That's been
school
done.
life.
Yeah.
Ahana, Jaki, Nahana.
We should do, I think your new nickname should just be Aha.
No.
Nice.
I know you were pitching ACs, but I'm just a fan.
Nice.
Nice one. That was a very cool pitch, I must say. We must bring in our
Great work.
next
Thank you,
inventor now.
Prisha.
Very well.
Good
Thanks
job,
for coming.
Prisha. Thanks for coming.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate. Aprisha?
Appreciate.
Prisha.
Babies के जितने खाना खाते टाइम नखरे होते हैं ना, you would think that they were food bloggers. But there might be a solution. Let's see how our 30-year-old inventor Pallavi has cracked this one. Hi. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
अपने बारे में थोड़ा सा बताइएगा.
मैं पुणे महाराष्ट्र से आई हूँ मैम. मेरा एजुकेशन कंप्यूटर साइंस में इंजीनियरिंग हुआ था, बट मैं 3rd ईयर में थी तब मेरी शादी हो गई थी.
Okay.
और 7 या 8 मंथ के बाद मैं प्रेग्नेंट रही. फिर भी मैंने एजुकेशन कंप्लीट किया लास्ट ईयर
Through the
मेरा.
pregnancy.
Yes.
Wow,
Fantastic.
amazing.
Very nice.
Pallavi, it's your moment. And please tell us a little bit about your invention.
मेरे इनोवेशन का नाम सबशेल है, जो कि एक बेबी फीडिंग इक्विपमेंट है.
Oh, wow.
मेरी बच्ची जब तक वो 8-9 महीने की थी तब तक ठीक था. मैं उसे आसानी से खाना खिला सकती थी. जैसे जैसे बड़ी होती गई, दौड़ना, फिर उसके पीछे फिर से मुझे भी दौड़ना पड़ता था. उसके लिए बहुत मेहनत करनी पड़ती है. फिर मेरे दिमाग में एक आइडिया आया कि सबशेल अगर ऐसा पाउच हम निकालें, बच्चे सेमी सॉलिड खाना आसानी से खा सकेंगे. उसमें 2 नोजल रहेंगे, जो एक रिजिड होगा और एक फ्लेक्सिबल होगा. रिजिड नोजल से बच्चे सेमी सॉलिड खाना आसानी से खा सकेंगे और जो फ्लेक्सिबल होगा उसमें लिक्विड खाना आसानी से खाएंगे. और बच्चों को अगर उनके हाथ में भी दिया जाए तो बच्चे आसानी से वो पकड़ के हैंडल कर सकते हैं. तो कटोरी और चम्मच का जो खाना हमारा जम जाता है, फिर उसे गर्म करना, फिर उसे खिलाना, ये दिक्कत हो जाती है. सबशेल पाउच ओवन में रीहीट हो सकता है, तो बच्चे अगर सबशेल से खाना खा सके तो उनका ये प्रॉब्लम माओ का या पूरे पेरेंट्स का कम हो सकता है.
I think आपका आइडिया बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है. मैं भी एक न्यू पेरेंट हूँ. मेरे पास एक थॉट है और एक क्वेश्चन है आपके लिए. मेरा थॉट ये है कि इसमें थोड़ा नेचर वर्सेस नर्चर डिबेट है कि बच्चों का नेचर ऐसा है कि जब वो 1.5 साल या 2 साल के हो जाते हैं वो खाना से भागना स्टार्ट करते हैं, या इसमें थोड़ा नर्चर वाला एस्पेक्ट है कि उनको मालूम है कि पेरेंट्स उनके पीछे भागेंगे और उनको किसी ना किसी टाइम या जब भी उनको चाहिए खाना मिल जाएगा. तो मेरा क्वेश्चन आपके लिए ये है कि आपका प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट था कि बच्चे इधर उधर हर जगह भागते रहते हैं तो उनको खिलाना मुश्किल हो जाता है. सो आपको ऐसा लगता है कि आपकी इन्वेंशन के थ्रू ये भागना दौड़ना बंद हो जाएगा कि फिर से उनके पीछे पीछे इन्वेंशन के साथ भागना पड़ेगा और उनको देना होगा?
नहीं सर, कटोरी और चम्मच से जैसे हम भागना पड़ता है तो चम्मच हिल जाता है, फिर वो गिर जाता है. अगर पाउच उसके मुंह में डाले और मम्मी लोग सिर्फ पाउच को स्विच करे तो भी वो निवाला अंदर जाएगा, तो आसानी से खाएगा वो.
बट अगेन वो थोड़ा बहुत डज इट डिपेंड ऑन, अगर उनको बहुत पसंद है जो अंदर है, और अगर वो पसंद नहीं है तो वो तभी भी भागते रहेंगे और आपको वो उनको देना होगा या वो उसको साइड में फेंक दें?
I think, Pasin, it's also, to your point, I think it's also the fact that because, as you know, Pallavi was saying that बच्चों की आदत है with the bottle in their mouth, so that function of
feeling of
having some
comfort and
comfort and a
familiarity.
toy that they're holding, कुछ soft है और वो उनको आदत है bottle में खाने की, so maybe that will carry on with food.
किस एज के लिए है ये?
सर ये 2.5 साल तक के बच्चे इसे हैंडल कर सकते हैं.
इसके ऊपर थोड़ी डिटेल बता सकते हैं कि what materials did you try, what worked, what didn't work?
मैंने उसके 2 टाइप्स किए. एक मल्टी लेयर फैब्रिक यूज किया और एक सिलिकॉन बॉडी का यूज किया. पर मल्टी लेयर फैब्रिक आसानी से क्लीन नहीं होता तो बच्चे के लिए वो सेफ्टी नहीं है. तो सिलिकॉन बॉडी का अगर बनाते हैं तो वो बच्चों के लिए सेफ है. वो आसानी से स्वीज भी कर सकते हैं और उसे क्लीन करना वो भी आसान है.
मेरे खुद के 2 बेबीज हैं तो मैं आपकी बात समझ सकता हूँ कि ये कितना मुश्किल काम होता है और जब ये अचीव हो जाता है तो कितना सक्सेसफुल फीलिंग आती है इसके बाद. लेकिन वन थिंग वी हैव टू बी वेरी कंसर्न्ड अबाउट इज कि अगर बेबी खुद ज्यादा स्क्वीज कर दे और एक्स्ट्रा फूड चले जाए, टीथ होते हैं रास्ते में, टंग्स होते हैं, तो उससे फिर रुक जाता है. लेकिन अगर ये डिवाइस सीधा एक नोजल के साथ स्क्वीज हो जाए, स्ट्रेट गले में चले जाए, उसमें एक चोकिंग हैजर्ड का भी एक फियर रहता है.
सर जैसे रिजिड बोला, ग्रेटर देन 1.5 mm डायमीटर का बनेगा और जो फ्लेक्सिबल होगा वो लेस देन 2 mm डायमीटर का बनेगा.
ओके.
अगर कुछ सीड्स, जैसे एप्पल आप मैश कर रहे हैं, अगर सीड आ गई, कुछ भी आ गया तो वो वही रुक जाएगी.
गॉट इट.
अच्छा, एक चीज मुझे पूछनी है, जैसे कि जब आपके बेबी को फीडिंग का टाइम आता था तो खाना खिलाने का टाइम, तो आपके हस्बैंड ज्यादा पेशेंस दिखाते थे या आप?
वो ज्यादा दिखाते
क्योंकि आपको
आप
सबसे
शायद
ज्यादा
ज्यादा
करना
करते
पड़ता
होंगे
है.
ज्यादा करना
इसलिए.
होता है उनको एक बार थोड़ा.
क्योंकि जब मैं भी मदद करता हूँ मैं तो बोलता हूँ इतना मुश्किल तो नहीं है, लेकिन जब रोज रोज करना होता है और दिन में 3 बार करना होता है तब समझ आता है.
Pallavi, that was very, very nice. आपका pitch सुनकर हमें बहुत अच्छा लगा.
I know you all are young daddies.
Yes.
It was very sweet to hear the male perspective on this
Absolutely.
entire thing.
Incredible respect for all mothers now that I've become a father. So I'm all for, if there is an invention that can make a mother's life easier, even 0.5%, it's huge impact.
Absolutely.
That's great. So we'll send our next inventor, and that was
Thank
wonderful.
you,
Thank you so
Pallavi.
much.
Lovely.
Pallavi.
Lovely. Nice.
This okay. We
That
can
is
high
a-
five
that is a-
also. We
yeah.
can do
We
this
have to- we
also.
have to
We can do
invent
this
our own
also.
handshake.
We can do this also. Boom.
Next up is 25-year-old Prabhat from a town called Sakri in Maharashtra, जिसे लगता है कि उसने मॉनसून में होने वाले हर घर की प्रॉब्लम का सलूशन निकाल रखा है. Let's see what he has come up with.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the show, Prabhat. Tell us a little bit about yourself before we jump into your invention.
I am doing right now post-graduation in construction management.
It's your moment. And tell us a little bit about your invention.
पिछले साल रेनी सीजन में मेरे दोस्त ने वॉशिंग मशीन खरीदा था, तो फिर मेरे दोस्त उसे ताना मारने लगे कि तूने सिर्फ कपड़े सुखाने के लिए इतना महंगा प्रोडक्ट लिया. तो फिर वो बोला ऐसा कोई भी अभी मार्केट में प्रोडक्ट नहीं है जो डेडिकेटेडली ड्राइंग पर्पस के लिए बना हो. बाद में हमें रियलाइज हुआ कि ये सिर्फ उसकी प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, हमारी भी प्रॉब्लम है और बहुत लोगों की प्रॉब्लम है. तो फिर हम इस प्रॉब्लम के सोल्यूशन में सोच रहे थे, तो मेरा दोस्त बोला सिंपल तुझे एक हीटिंग सोर्स लगाना है और कपड़े सूख जाएंगे. तो फिर हमने हीटिंग सोर्स लगाया और कपड़े सुखाने के लिए रख दिए. 6 घंटे हो गए, कपड़े पूरी तरह से सूखे नहीं और इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का कंजम्पशन भी ज़्यादा हो गया. तो फिर हमें बाद में और स्टडी किया हमने, तो फिर पता चला कि इसमें सराउंडिंग की जो एयर है उसकी वजह से हीट लॉसेज ज़्यादा हो रहे.
Okay.
तो फिर मैंने बाद में 2 सॉल्यूशन मैकेनिज्म आइडेंटिफाई किए. पहला कि जो हीट लॉसेस को कम करे और ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा रेडिएटिव मोड से हीट ट्रांसफ़र करे, और दूसरा सफिशिएंट एयर फ्लो को मेंटेन करने के लिए एक कोई तो डिवाइस हो.
Correct.
इन दोनों मैकेनिज्म को मैंने मिला के ड्रायो का इन्वेंशन किया. ड्रायो ये बेसिकली एक कन्फाइंड ड्राइंग क्लॉथ ड्राइंग इक्विपमेंट है जिसके चारों ओर एयर बैरियर्स लगाए होंगे और ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा रेडिएटिव मोड से हीट ट्रांसफ़र करने वाले इंफ्रारेड लैंप उसमें होंगे और वैसे ही सफिशिएंट एयर को मेंटेन करने के लिए उसमें स्मार्ट फैंस होंगे और ये दोनों सिंक्रोनाइज पैटर्न में चलेंगे, हीटिंग और एयर फ्लो। मतलब कुछ देर तक हीटिंग चलेगा, फिर वो बंद हो जाएगा, उसके कुछ सेकंड्स बाद एयर फ्लो चलेगा कुछ मिनट्स तक, फिर वो बंद हो जाएगा। ये साइकिल चलता रहेगा। इसको हम किसी भी बालकनी में एडजस्ट कर सकते हैं और इसको हम वॉल माउंट भी कर सकते हैं। ये पोर्टेबल डिवाइस है और जब भी आपको ड्राइंग स्पीड को बढ़ाना होगा तब आपको ये बढ़ा के देगा।
सो फैंटास्टिक प्रभात, आई थिंक आपने हम सबको काफ़ी चीज़ें दी हैं सोचने के लिए। आई बिलीव जो पॉजिटिव है आपके आइडिया और इन्वेंशन में कि आप इसेंशली एक क्लोथ ड्रायर फॉर द मैसेस बना रहे हैं।
यस,
जो अफोर्डेबल होगा बोथ इन टर्म्स ऑफ बाइंग एंड इन टर्म्स ऑफ अपकीप एंड मेंटेनेंस। क्लोथ ड्रायर और आपके इन्वेंशन में फंडामेंटल डिफरेंस क्या है?
वो बेसिकली सेंट्रीफ्यूगल मोशन पे चलता है
Correct.
जिससे वो पानी बाहर हो जाता है। लेकिन मेरा जो है एयर बैरियर्स के अंदर एक चेंबर बन जाएगा तो फिर आर्टिफिशियल एटमॉस्फेयर तैयार हो जाएगा। कुछ देर तक हीटिंग चलेगी और उसके बाद एयर फ्लो चलेगा तो फिर वो एयर फ्लो से निकल जाएंगे।
I do think the idea is good because the problem is real. But from a solution perspective, I don't know if we need such an over-engineered design. And that's what I'm thinking. Are there cheaper alternatives? Because the price could also be a factor. And how big of a problem this truly is for how many people is something that has to be determined.
आपने कभी घर में कपड़े धो के सुखाए?
मैंने नहीं धोए लेकिन सुखाने का डाले।
तो आपको पता है कि अलग अलग कपड़े अलग अलग तरह से सूखे
Right.
है ना? तो इसको इसी फॉर्मेट में बनाया जा सकता है या आपने ये भी सोचा है कि इसका कोई बॉक्स फॉर्मेट हो या कुछ और हो? मैं इसलिए पूछ रही हूँ क्योंकि अगर आप बम्बई का घर ले लो किसी का, ठीक है, उसमें जो कपड़े सुखाने की जगह होती है वो बहुत छोटी होती है, अलग अलग लोग चीजें करते रहते हैं उसमें, तो उसमें इस तरह का कॉन्ट्रैप्शन फिट करना, उसका सेफ्टी के साथ क्या रिलेशनशिप, तो बताइए कुछ क्या सोचा है आपने?
अपना जो स्पेस होता है अगर हम फ्लोर्स बढ़ाए तो स्पेस कम लगेगा, इसीलिए वो प्रॉब्लम उधर सॉल्व हो जाता है। और जो अपने सेफ्टी के बारे में बोला उसमें नीचे जो होंगे वो टोटली प्लास्टिक से कवर होंगे, उसको इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का कोई दिक्कत नहीं आएगा या शॉक लगना वगैरह वगैरह, इसीलिए पूरी सेफ्टी मेंटेन की जाएगी।
आपको लगता है कि आपका इन्वेंशन एक दिन पूरी दुनिया को बदल देगा?
100% मैम,
100%?
क्योंकि वो बहुत लोगों की दिक्कत है इसीलिए।
Remember, this is not an exam. This is simply feedback for your invention. तो अगर आपका आइडिया लैब स्टेज तक जाए, very good. अगर ना भी जाए, it's simply feedback, and I think you can work on it nonetheless. Thanks so much.
Fantastic work.
We'll wait for Ahana.
Oh, don't go, come back. I have to always drag my inventors back. मैंने अभी एक ड्रायर खरीदा है और तुमने मेरे इतने पैसे खर्च करवा दिए हैं। अगर तुमने ये प्रोडक्ट थोड़े दिनों पहले मुझे बताया था कि तुम मतलब इसके बारे में सोच रहे हो तो मैं नहीं खरीदी ड्रायर, और अब तो रिटर्न भी नहीं कर सकती क्योंकि उसमें मैंने कपड़े ड्राई करने शुरू कर दिए हैं।
प्रभात से रिफंड ले लो।
दैट्स एक्चुअली अ गुड आइडिया। प्रभात, जब तुम अपना ये प्रोडक्ट बना लोगे तो सबसे पहले मेरे घर में फ्री में भिजवाना, रिफंड नहीं लूंगी मैं।
We're gonna have to now call him Prabhot because it's a heating device.
Oh, I have a better one, Madhu.
Okay.
His pitch was not dry at all.
That is true. I agree.
और आप चलिए और मैं आपसे रिफंड लूंगी।
Great work,
Thank you, good
Thank
work.
you so much.
And another 4 down on the Inventor Challenge. But I think it's time for us to deliberate.
Yes.
And I'm going to just straight up tell you my favorite. You want to hear my
Sure,
favorite?
let's do it.
It has to be the baby feeder pouch. 1, because I love baby food, so I'm buying myself one. 2, it's a great solution for a very real problem all parents are facing.
I'm really liking actually is the vegetable peeler because see at the end of the day that all comes down to design, right? If you know they can really elevate the design element.
I feel like theoretically it sounds great, but from an actual working prototype perspective, I wonder how it'll actually work.
Yeah.
I like the lamp for drying clothes. I think, because UV lamps are relatively affordable, they aren't dangerous.
I actually like the Acqua cool atmospheric. I like the idea of using these cones, and trying to develop a shape that will hold. Because
As
these
much
things are,
water, but at the same time keep the airflow going.
Every household will be thinking that just by putting this very low-cost frame outside my AC unit, I'm suddenly saving money on the AC.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a
also
great...
liked Pallavi's invention, which is also coming from her own experience. The patience and torment of motherhood and to find a solution there.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But how does it add up with the other 3 inventions we've seen today, and is it worthy to move to the lab stage?
That's a tough one.
The tough part of pitching their ideas to our panel is over. Now only the tougher parts are waiting to find out who goes forward to actually building their ideas, then getting judged in the consumer test remain.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Hi guys.
Welcome back.
Hello, inventors. I must ask everyone, who do you think we've all selected to move forward to the lab phase? Okay. Nice. And Prisha?
I think I loved all of them.
I think everyone's pitch was great.
Okay. Since I also didn't want to hear diplomatic answers, I think the undiplomatic, the real answers, the ones who are moving forward, is now going to be announced. And the very first one, the first invention and the first inventor who's going to go forward to the lab phase on the Inventor Challenge is... You announce.
So the first name is Isha Patel.
Right.
Well done, Prisha.
Congratulations, Prisha.
Congratulations, Prisha. How does that feel?
It feels like I just accomplished something.
That's awesome.
It feels
You've
really
accomplished
good.
a lot.
Thank you.
And Prisha, I'm very impressed with you as a 14-year-old. I think that's really amazing that you moved from a traditional material and brought it into something which is, you know, very useful. So I hope your lab stage is interesting for you.
Thank you.
But also do remember, you're now onto the lab stage. In the lab stage, you're going to be going head to head with one other inventor who we're going to be announcing now. So, best of luck.
All right. Are you guys ready? So, this is a problem that I feel very strongly about, being a father. Pallavi, congratulations. Eventually, we're moving forward to the lab phase.
You know, there is a quotation, necessity is the mother of invention. I think you have really got that.
Yeah, Prabhat and Chinmay, I think I'm personally a very big fan of both of your inventions. Just because you haven't moved to the lab stage, it doesn't mean that your inventions are not going to go far and wide.
All the best,
All the
everyone.
best. I want to come and shake hands with these incredible inventors that are here. Fabulous pitches. Congratulations.
Sadly, Prabhat and Chinmay और आगे नहीं जा पाएंगे. But Prisha and Pallavi move forward to our labs in Mumbai and Pune.
Hi, I'm Vaibhav Chabra. I'm a mechanical engineer. I started Makers Asylum about 10 years back with a thought to create a space for people like myself to come together and build things, try out new things, experiment, just for the fun of it, not for anything else much. Let's talk a little bit about your project. Tell me where you are right now.
So this is the outdoor unit. The fan is behind this. The AC square comes on top of the fan. There are like so many cones, like 56 of them, in this huge aluminum frame with like sunboard and hay, and it's like lots of material.
Let's definitely look at simplifying the design to be able to make sure that...
Make it more modular and easier.
Amazing. Okay, let's get to it.
Okay.
Her project is super cool. It's looking at something like an air conditioner, which is a regular day item, and then making it more economical, more sustainable, reducing the amount of energy it's producing, and at the same time, making your room cooler.
After a lot of research, looking at what different materials can be used, we tried 3 different prototype designs to reach this final one.
I'm Anupama, and I run a makerspace in a fab lab called Workbench Projects. I have been a very strong proponent for arts and tech, and I'm very invested in the space of education.
चलो पल्लवी शुरू करते हैं. Flexible pouch जो बोल रहे हो.
Yes, ma'am.
Where did you get visual reference from?
मैंने ऐसा रियलाइज किया केचप का पाउच आता है
हाँ, केचप का पाउच।
बेबी इजीली उसे मुंह में डालता है, वो सिर्फ ऐसे ऐसे करके खा लेता है, उसे टेस्ट लगता है बस।
That's
उसे
so cute, no?
यस मैम।
तो चलो मुझे बताओ कि तुम कौन सी एज ग्रुप के लिए ये पाउच बनाना चाहती?
6 months है 1 year तक। उसके लिए हम फ्लेक्सिबल नोजल यूज करेंगे मैम, और 1.5 के लिए रिजिड नोजल यूज कर सकते हैं।
The nozzle has to be so well designed because the suction has to ensure the free flow of that semi-state matter.
Yes.
So still the question of where the air is getting blocked.
जस्ट मैम ये सिलिकॉन बॉटल होगी, जस्ट थ्रेड और इसमें नोजल जो हम चेंज करेंगे। अगर पाउच को हम दबा रहे हैं तो वो एयर तो पकड़ेगा, आप जिससे बोल रहे हैं।
So you have to look at a vent system which will be right at its end. Yeah? Take a look at it.
प्रोटोटाइप में इजीली बनाने के लिए मैंने बहुत सोचा, इसलिए मैंने कार्डबोर्ड से बनाने के मैंने ट्राई किया।
Now was the fun part of getting these cones made. In Mumbai, these are made in Kumbharwad in Dharavi. Going there was an experience on its own. I love that clay is such a unique material. It's so traditional, but we're using it in such a modern way.
Finally. मेरे प्रोडक्ट के लिए मैंने RTV सिलिकॉन यूज किया है, जो कि फूड ग्रेड है, और जिसमें फूड ग्रेड मैंने कलर यूज किए हैं जो बेबी के लिए सेफ है। मैंने अलग अलग टाइप के मोल्ड तैयार किए, उसमें मैंने ग्लास की बोतल यूज की। ग्लास बोतल डालने के बाद वो मोल्ड नहीं छूटा। जब मैं सिलिकॉन हार्डनर मिक्स करती थी, कभी सिलिकॉन ज्यादा हो जाता था, कभी हार्डनर ज्यादा हो जाता था। 2-3 बार तो ऐसा हुआ हार्डनर डालने के बाद डायरेक्टली वॉल ही बन गया। फिर जब सिलिकॉन और उसका रेशो वो मैच नहीं हो रहा था हार्डनर का, तो भी मुझे वो टेंशन हो रही थी। ऐसा लग रहा है मैंने कहाँ नाम दे दिया, पार्टिसिपेंट तो कर लिया है। मुझे बहुत टेंशन हो रही थी कि डेट भी नजदीक आ रही है और देना ही है। तो मैंने बहुत सारे ट्राई भी किए, तो मुझे फिर पता चल गया कि ठीक है, इसका ये रेशो है और ये हार्डनर इतना ये करना है, तो वो बन गया। अनुपमा मैम ने सजेशन दिया कि पॉपेट जैसा कोई मोल्ड बन सकता है। फिर मैंने कंप्यूटर से डिजाइन किया और उसे 3D प्रिंटर इस्तेमाल करके मोल्ड बनाया। फिर मैंने मेरा सॉल्यूशन उसमें पोर करके बबल जैसा मोल्ड रेडी किया।
This was the first prototype, which has like so many cones and 2 aluminum frames and sunboard, hay, so lots going on here. And
Nice. Why did you add this hay?
these cones were just like falling inside the frame, so we needed something to hold them up. And also, when the water would like seep through the hay, it would help with the cooling. This is the material we'll be using. It's corrugated plastic made from polypropylene. Obviously, like the cones
So it's got
just...
the porous material.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, the cones just like snap into place. Obviously, the cuts will be much like finer or neater, but
Nice.
so
Yeah.
this is just like a small prototype that we made. So yeah, this is what we're trying to do now, like make it more modular, and it's basically the same thing, but just lighter and smaller.
What about these ridges on the side? I mean, is this supposed to be this way?
So yeah, that's how the material is, and it's actually helping us because we need water to go to the cones.
Awesome.
मैंने उसका पूरा सैंपल रेडी किया। और जो वो बबल टाइप की बॉटल रेडी की, जो मैं सेमी लिक्विड के लिए यूज करूंगी। जो ऊपर का कैप लगाने का अपना है, उसे थ्रेड जो है वो सिलिकॉन को नहीं पड़ते हैं क्योंकि वो सॉफ्ट है। प्लास्टिक और सिलिकॉन दो ऑपोजिट थिंग्स है, तो ये उसे एडजस्ट नहीं करेगा। अनुपमा मैम ने मुझे सजेशन दिया था एक क्लिप मेथड से वो ट्राई कर सकते हैं। फिर मैंने प्लास्टिक की क्लिप ट्राई की, तो इससे मेरा काम हो गया।
To make it easy to irrigate the water, we use corrugated plastic as the base for the cones. It's very lightweight, it's sturdy, and most of all, it's non-toxic and eco-friendly. And also, it has these channels that run through the full length of it, and those channels helped us to irrigate water to all the cones. Now that I had an assembled product, my next step was to test it out. For ease of testing, as an option, I made an app that would help me check the change in temperature as proof of concept. At one point, I just thought that, oh my god, like, that's it, I'm not doing this. Like when my code just wouldn't work. There were like these small things like, oh, the battery would just die, or the software wouldn't respond, or like my laptop was hanging because of whatever extra stuff that was going on it. Just like small things that just like stressed me out so much that like, oh, I have to do this, and I have this much time to do it. So it's been madness.
लैब में जिस तरह मैंने एक बोतल बनाई, उसी तरह मैंने दूसरी और एक बोतल बनाई। जब फार्मेसी में नोजल मैंने सर्च किया, तब उसमें मुझे 2 टाइप के नोजल दिखे। एक बोतल पे फ्लेक्सिबल नोजल लगा जो कि लिक्विड के लिए यूज होगा, और एक बोतल पे मैंने रिजिड नोजल लगाया जिससे सेमी लिक्विड के लिए यूज होगा।
I've learned lots of new stuff in like coding and even like 3D designing. Like I had to make a case for the circuit, and I learned soldering, which was fun. But my best day would be, I think, the day when everything started coming together. Like the app was ready, the circuit was working. Just the test results were coming out great. So I was just really like excited that, okay, now it's all coming together. So that's great. मैंने अभी तक जो पाउच मल्टी लेयर फैब्रिक से यूज किया था,
राइट,
बट ये सिलिकॉन का है, थोड़ा हेवी लाइट, ऐसे भी बनाए मोल्ड के हिसाब से, तो बच्चा कैरी कैसे करेगा, स्वीज कैसे करेगा, वो भी मुझे टेंशन है। वो कैसे फीडिंग करता है, ये भी एक टेंशन है मुझे।
आई थिंक ये जो टेंशन के बारे में आप बता रहे हो ना, इज अ वेरी गुड थिंग. सो आई होप दैट पल्लवी इज गोइंग टू बी दैट कंटिन्यूड, you know, tinkerer, maker, and innovator beyond this challenge. Yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
Your next phase is going to be the user testing phase.
Yep.
Are you excited about that? What are you thinking?
Excited and there is a bit like, what will they think?
Really looking forward to seeing how people interact with your product coming up next.
Yeah, me too.
Prisha and Pallavi are back in our studio in Mumbai with their working prototypes, where Pallavi's baby feeding pouch and Prisha's Acqua Cool will be tested by our focus group, a group of specially curated everyday people brought here to test out the prototypes. जो देखेंगे ये prototypes कितने आसान है यूज करने में और किस invention को वो बनाना चाहेंगे अपनी जिंदगी का हिस्सा. The invention more people add to cart, वो जीतेगा 10 lakh rupees. Hi, focus group.
Hi.
Hi.
So here there are 2 inventions right in front of your eyes. Both look really cool to me. So please take them through both your inventions.
Hi, so this is Acqua Cool. Basically, it's a device that converts the hot air coming out of the outdoor units of the ACs and makes it cool.
Hi. This is a baby feeding pouch जो RTV सिलिकॉन से बना है. ये 6 months to 1.5 years के लिए यूज हो सकता है. ये लिक्विड और सेमी लिक्विड हम इसमें यूज कर सकते हैं. बच्चे को आसानी से खिला सकते हैं.
So excited for you all to go and test these 2 inventions, and your decisions are very important to our inventors. Please go ahead, test them.
The entire AC cooler made a lot of sense because now that we're using so many technologies, it becomes very necessary that we take care of the environment also at the same time.
The cooling part was really doing well. We observed the temperature after pouring the water and we tried and tested. It was really working well.
Increasing.
Yeah.
The cooling part is going up.
How much is it now?
By 1 degree, it has come down.
I would be more convinced to buy something like this if the cooling is slightly more. Households and units which use AC exhaustively, it's far more warmer. So maybe reduction of temperature by a couple of degrees won't really help.
It's pretty flexible, easy to use, adaptive. So definitely I can use it in my home.
It was something new. I would suggest to my customers also, while buying AC, additional would be like, means why don't you have this also? The two bottles which they have made it like means कि भाई उसमें एक liquid product और एक में semi liquid product में डाल के गर्म भी रहेगा and वो air pack है तो product खराब भी नहीं होगा.
The products I tasted, one was a baby feeder. The products were not quality-wise good.
ये जो है वो सिलिकॉन की जो बताई उन्होंने तो that is good rather than the जो अभी available in the market है वो and वो safe भी है तो ऐसा लग रहा है कि it's work.
I was not too happy with the way the product worked. Both the nipple and the body weren't really conducive to semi-liquid foods. So I'm not sure if the child sucks really fast, it will give pleasant feeding experience.
Okay.
And a good
Great. So you guys have tried and tested both the inventions. So go ahead and vote for your favorite invention. Our focus group has decided which invention will be the most relevant to their lives. But वो invention कौन सा है? उसके लिए हमें जाना पड़ेगा वापस हमारे पैनल के पास.
Look what we have here.
Wow. This is obviously precious.
Quite precious.
You appreciate it a lot? Or?
I do appreciate a lot.
And you remember all your puns. But you know what? It's quite nice. I thought it would be much bigger. It's actually looking quite compact.
Yes, absolutely. And I think it makes it so much more easy to understand once we actually see it.
Yeah.
And now that we have it.
And I really liked that she stuck to this thing of using terracotta and going and figuring out how to make the shape.
You could paint these in nice colors also. Oh, I
Improve the
remember
facade.
this.
Correct. I can tell by the material, it seems like a silicone, like a...
Yeah.
Should ideally be like a...
Kind of like a...
It's like food grade, BPA free.
Skin-like material.
That's nice.
That's not what I was expecting.
Different from what I pictured.
I like
But
this because it
this is
seems
cool, yeah.
more like easier to grip and but it looks like it doesn't have too many small parts, so even if it breaks, it won't be much of a hazard.
Oh, well, should we get them out and let them
yeah,
explain?
sure, yeah.
Awesome.
Feels great to be back.
Oh, gosh.
Yes.
Seeing all the inventions come to life.
We have not yet used any of our jury power, folks.
Is today going to be the day? Let's find out.
On that note, should we get our happy contestants out
Let's
here?
do it.
Yes, we should.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome back, ladies.
Pallavi,
Looking very nice.
Prisha.
Thank you.
Yeah, how are you feeling?
Excited but nervous.
So tell us how was the experience in the lab?
It was like hectic, but there was so much to do. We did lots of improvements in the design and the weight of the product and spoke to my mentor and seeing what their concerns are.
Okay.
थोड़ी टेंशन भी थी ये कैसे बनेगा. वहाँ पे मैंने 3D डिजाइन्स किए. बाद में कौन सा मटेरियल यूज होगा, कौन सा बच्चे के लिए हाइजेनिक है, कौन सा सेफ है, देन कौन सा कैप भी बैठेगा और वो कैसे फिट होगा, ये मैंने बहुत सर्च किया.
So fantastic work. We're all super proud of what you've achieved, and now it's decision time. So let's call out Ahana.
Welcome.
And it's here. So now it's time to do the deed. All the best to both the inventors.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. I am ready.
All right.
This is very precious.
Very precious.
Extremely heavy card.
Very heavy.
Heavy burden to bear.
Okay,
You're a good
3,
man.
2, 1, and... Ooh!
That's what I thought.
Okay. So the time is here. I think the consumer panel has made the right decision. And the winner of the Inventor Challenge and who wins the 10 lakh rupee cash prize is...
Hurry up!
Prisha.
Congratulations!
Oh my god.
It's time for high fives.
Congratulations.
Nice.
I was very nervous. I don't know. It was just like I couldn't even think. And I'm so grateful that I even got this opportunity that like I can present some of like my idea and I just feel so good.
And now for something.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well
Congratulations.
Thank you. I can't even put it in words. This will help me too much.
I'm so glad. And Pallavi, please
super
don't
happy.
feel disheartened. I think we
That's
did
good.
the testing with the consumer panel, and the consumer panel thought that there are choking hazards and there are challenges with children having this and their experience with food. So it doesn't mean that, you should stop here. Please continue on your mission to keep inventing, keep at it, and all the very best.
Thank you.
Oh, and with that, we come to the end of today's episode. Next week, we'll meet 4 new inventors and give them the platform big ideas deserve. See you next Saturday at 8 p.m. on Colors Infinity.
I want you to close your eyes and reach for your smartphones. Now unlock your smartphones. Go to your dialer.
Okay.
And type in 100.
Oh my God, who am I calling?
What do you like about tech?
You're the most interesting engineer I've met.
Namaste, Karnataka.
I love your whole look. I know it's called Panche in Karnataka, correct?
Yes.
My name is Rajesh.
No romance?
It has to go through many levels of tests and also having the needed certification.
You're trying to deprive yourself from one of your senses and then trying to create something for that person. Now, that's not an easy thing to do.
So go ahead, make your choice, be nice.
And the winner
Winner
is